Take us wherever you go. Stay up on everything that's going on in the world of sports with CBS Sports Radio. 855-212-4227. I know a few people want to get back on the phone. Sabat, Steven, Mitch, we'll grab your phone calls. Stay right there. There's a lot going on today. Happy Easter, first and foremost, and I hope you have a wonderful Easter. The Masters is underway, so they're finishing the third round, which was delayed and suspended yesterday because of the rain. So you've got Brooks Koepka. Brooksy, 13 under. He's atop the leaderboard. John Rahm, 11 under. You've got the kid, Sam Bennett. He's an amateur, and Rahm battling to see who's going to put on the green jacket. Tiger Woods, we're out and seeing what's going on there. All right. I got to talk about this, and we're going to talk to Ian Cummings coming up, and I'll ask him his thoughts, Pro Football Network draft expert, and we'll get his thoughts on the draft as well. I just want to put this out there, that character matters. Defensive tackle, two-time defending national champion from Georgia, and the things that are happening and racing after a fatal crash. He got 12 months probation, 80 take a chance on a guy. Why would you draft a guy? I started looking, okay, probably even before I should have, but I said the first guy that came to mind was Lawrence Phillips. In 2023 versus 1990, when you talk to his teammates, draft. But does things that you love to do already, you're more in line with things out of what has happened to him. He said, oh, he's a troublemaker. He said, despite all, Mike Williams was the number 10 pick in 05. There's another guy. You also want guys who make the right decision. You're rolling the dice. All pick. Hit. Randy Moss. Warren Sapp is smoking weed. Oklahoma State. Issues. You know that story. What do you like to do? What do you do in your free time? So it's something that Jalen issues matter because he was driving 150 miles per hour. But what about all these other teams? Is Sabat still there? Steven and Mitch, they still holding on? I want to grab those phone calls here because they are very patient. Coming up, we're going to talk to Ian Cummings, Pro Football Network draft analyst. Sabat in North Carolina, I want to grab you on CBS Sports Radio. Put them up.
You got
what's going on, buddy? What's going on?
Hey, I got a couple things. So first of all, I just want to quickly chime in about the freedom of movement in golf that everybody wants for the NBA and the NFL, but God forbid the golfers do it. All of a sudden, they are shunned because they take murderous money, I think I heard was said, from the Saudis. But it's okay when the NBA takes money from China because, you know, they're nice people. So I thought that was a little inconsistent. And I want to really get in on the coaching, okay? Everybody keeps talking about Belichick being the best coach versus Andy Reid versus Chuck Noll, Walsh. There is no comparison. It's Joe Gibbs, okay? He won with 3 non-Hall of Fame quarterbacks in Theismann, Rippon, and Doug Williams, okay? Andy Reid has Pat Mahomes. We know Belichick has Tom Brady. We got Walsh has Joe Montana, and Noll had Bradshaw. So for anybody to even think about talking about Reid or Belichick being the greatest coaches of all time, it is not arguable. It is Joe Gibbs. And you guys need to stop forgetting about Joe Gibbs. He's the only one who did it with 3 basically retreads. One guy had to go to the CFL and came in and was a punter. The other guy, 6th-round draft pick, and the other guy failed at the team he was on and was a backup on our team before he won the Super Bowl. The only guy that's close is maybe Harbaugh, who won with Dilfer and Flacco, but Joe Gibbs is the number 1 coach of all time, and it should never be forgotten. Thanks, Paul.
It's a great point, Sabat. Listen, I'd love to argue with you about this. I can't. Theismann, Rippon, Williams. The quarterback does make the coach's job a lot easier. And listen, as great as Andy Reid is, and we love Big Red, you're right. He's rolling with the best guy in the business right now. When Belichick had the best guy in the business, he was rolling. I mean, these legendary guys, whether you like Bradshaw or not, I mean, it made Chuck Noll's life a lot easier. Shula, I'm with you on this. It's hard for me to argue that you're wrong. As I was talking about Belichick being on the hot seat, coaching for his job this next season, because the owner, Robert Kraft, came out and said a few things. We're in this to win. We're not in this for you breaking Joe or Don Shula's record. And I think that matters. You know, I think the owner is like, look, that's all nice, but at the end of the day, who cares about stats? How many times did you hear Tom Brady when he was with New England talk about stats? Never. Brady broke the single season record for touchdowns. And, Brady was like, yeah, whatever. It's about Super Bowls. It's about winning the big one. And Robert Kraft has always been about that. So it's an interesting point, Sabat. Let's grab one more here. Mitch in New Jersey, you're on